beings, it's Jen again. Welcome back to my channel. And also, I don't know if my DIY video is going to be uploaded first or this one. So, I just want to say, in case I upload this one first, thank you so much for over 100 subscribers. I'm stressed out. I'm freaking out. I'm losing my mind. Thank you so much. I don't deserve it. I am so unworthy. I'm so humbled. I'm so proud. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. 100 human people care enough to see my SHIT. I'm just really excited. Thank you guys so much. This little family of weirdos that just keeps growing is just blowing my mind, and I'm so thankful. I am just a hot mess. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get into it. You may notice that again I am wearing flannel because it brings you good luck and good fortune. And also flannel has a lot of other really great properties too. But we'll get into that in possibly this video and many future videos, because this is episode 1 of Granny Magic. Now, my ancestors and my direct family, we come from the Appalachian foothills, and I come from a generation of humans a generation of fucking kittens. I come from a generation of humans. I come from a generation where my papa still called spirits haints, and my daddy called spirits haints as well. Got that from my papa, who got that from my mama, who got that from, and it goes on and on. And so Appalachian folklore and Appalachian hill magic is really deeply enrooted in who I am. And I know that recently a book came out called Backwoods Witchcraft, and I was so happy to see that come out. I was so excited. When it came out, I was like, oh my gosh, someone's finally talking about this, because, it's not really like a hot button issue. People don't want to click on, hillbilly freaking folk magic. You know what I mean? It's not a thing that people are really excited about. And so to see that being shed in a positive light again and kind of gravitate more attention towards it was really exciting for me. And also, I don't want to be like one of those people who jump on the bandwagon of this is this and it's trending right now and I want to do it. That's absolutely not what I'm trying to do. I really, truly, this is my culture. This is where I come from. This is a beautiful, deep, personal thing to me. And so I am so proud to be a hillbilly. I'm so proud to be part of the hill folk. I'm so proud to practice mountain magic. It's so important to me. So, without any further ado, let's get into episode 1 of Granny Magic. I'm so excited. I'm freaking out. I'm so stoked. Okay, so let's go over a little bit of the history of Granny Magic and hill folk magic, and just basically what the magic of the mountains is. And it's really a magic of pragmatism. When we immigrated as Scots-Irish and we came to the Appalachian Mountains, particularly my family in the Appalachian foothills, we met with the Cherokee Indians, who taught us quite a great deal. In fact, one of the main things I'm going to talk about into more different subjects of granny magic, but in today's video, I do want to talk about Spider Grandmother, who comes from Cherokee lore, and the Cherokees shared their wisdom with us when we traveled to the Appalachian Mountains. And so we read, how in divination you read tarot, you read runes, you read tea leaves. Well, in granny magic, we read anything. Sunflower seeds. In fact, instead of reading tea leaves, what we do in the foothills is we read sunflower seeds. I mean, we read everything. I mean, you can let a tree grow up in front of a sunset and we'll read the branches. But what's really cool is our forms of divination are so varied and so incredible. So reading sunflower seeds, you take them in your hand and you whisper your question to them, and you blow that question into them and spread them out. You toss them down, and if the seeds are all evenly spaced, that's a yes, and if they're clumped together, that's a no. So that's one form of divination that we do, as well as reading tea leaves and stuff like that. But I really want to have a lot of good separate episodes for this, because it's so important to me, and I don't want to stray too far off my given topic for each episode. So for this one, I'm going to do divination only. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to try so hard to stick to it. Never mind, we're not going to stick to divination. So let's just give you some basics of granny magic that you should know before we start this whole series. This is going to be my introductory episode to granny magic. It's really important that you know pretty much all of this before you really dive deep into it, because it's such a beautiful, beautiful culture, and I don't want it to be misrepresented by anyone. I want everyone who watches my videos, who watches anyone's videos about it, who reads anyone's articles about it, to really learn and know what they're speaking about before they share it with other people, because it is really, really a beautiful, special, familial thing for us from the Appalachians. We were part of the Scots-Irish that immigrated to the Appalachian foothills, and then a few generations later immigrated to the Ozark Mountains, which is where I currently live. I live in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, which is right by the Ozarks. It's the hippiest town that you'll ever be in your life, and it's really incredible. But to get back to granny magic. Okay, first things first, granny magic. This is also called hill folk magic, mountain magic, southern conjure, whatever name that you give it. It's from a specific place in a specific time, and it's really an important, beautiful culture that you need to respect. And so today I am wearing this flannel shirt. I look awful. I'm so sorry that I look so bad. I wanted to look better for this video because it is so important to me, but I knew I needed to film it. I knew I looked bad, but I knew I needed to film this while I was just like really excited to share it. After I hit that 100 subscribers, I was so excited. You don't even know. So here's the thing. This is why I'm wearing flannel. In my culture, in granny magic, mountain magic, hill folk hoodoo, whatever you want to call it, a flannel is a very, very important, a really good fabric to have. It's really great for everything, honestly. Mostly hill folk magic focuses on healing, and a lot of that healing is done with chants and poultice of some sort. And the rags that we make are made out of flannel. We make little flannel cutout rags, and we apply it to the affected area and do our chants and do our magic, and you use that exact same rag for everyone that you treat, period. The more you use it, the more powerful it gets, and that is what is so special about hill folk magic, is that in a lot of our traditional current ways of doing magic, it is you have to cleanse everything before you use it, and don't let any other energy touch it. And when you're doing hill folk hoodoo, you're doing mountain magic, you're doing this like southern practicing, you put so much power into what you're using when you're using it. You want to keep using it and keep building that power. And so I think that's one major difference and one major parallel that's really interesting to me. And in fact, this is really called peasant medicine because it is born out of absolute necessity and superstition. And that's all magic is necessity mixed with superstition. And so, I mean, there are things that any Appalachian conjure magic witch will tell you. There are other forms of folk magic, hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria. All of those are separate forms of folk magic, but granny magic focuses mostly on healing, and flannel is used for a lot of that healing. And also, potatoes are used for a lot of that healing. You got a wart on your foot. I don't have a wart, but I do have dirty feet. But you rub a potato on your wart and it goes away. It's such an interesting mix of pragmatism and magic. You take things that these hill folk have had to learn, have had to study their land and learn what works and what doesn't. And that herbalistic medicine mixed with superstition and magic. And I think that's incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and this episode is not going to be super long. I really want to break it up into really in-depth sections. I want to do a really in-depth section on healing, a really in-depth section on divination, a really in-depth section on different superstitions. Just a lot of episodes in this series that I really, really want to do. So for this one, it's just going to be kind of general. I want to give you guys some fun facts. I want to talk about, different things like why flannel is so cool and important and just everything. If you put a Bible under your pillow, it'll get rid of your nightmares. It's just, I love mountain magic so, so very much. It's so deep and dear to me. It's so important to me. So, I'm just gonna pull this episode up by talking about a couple of different little fun facts and letting you know that there will be really, really good, deep, way more eloquent, in-depth conversations on granny magic within the coming episodes, I promise you. But for now, I'm just so excited and scatterbrained that I'm just gonna give you just a few things to go off of. So, let's start with the healing aspect of granny magic or mountain magic or Appalachian folk magic. A lot of really interesting, a couple of the most interesting. If you boil up some bloodroot, it will get rid of your warts and moles. A really cool characteristic of like mountain magic and granny magic is that the practitioners of this specific kind of healing and magic, they deny that they have any power at all, which is exactly how it should be. It's just people saying, this power moves through me. I am just a conduit for this. I know what I am doing, and this is what this is. I am not magic. I am not a god. I am not a witch. I am not anything. I am just a conduit for this power for you because I have learned it and I know it, and this is my culture. I think that's beautiful. There's so many other cool little things about granny magic. Giving catnip tea to infants who have the croup or have rashes. That was a thing that people in the Appalachian foothills did especially. Rags are commonly used. Rags are actually, they can be used to curse one's enemies, provide healing from illnesses, conjure up a rainstorm, and catch the morning dew, to be used in love or healing magic. It's really, really, it's so cool. Handkerchiefs and flannel, really, really important to use in this kind of magic. It's wash rags, it's spell rags, it's charm bags, it's everything. I mean, and the more you use it, the more powerful it is. It's not something you have to cleanse. That's one thing in folk magic that's so interesting to me, is you're not cleansing anything. You're saving up all that power for something bigger. And another interesting thing about granny magic is we got a lot of our magic from the Cherokee Indians. When we came to the Appalachian Mountains, and especially us in the foothills, there were a lot of rivers, and we met the Cherokee Indians, and they would tell us stories of their gods and their goddesses and their magic and their things. And the Cherokee call long rivers the Long Man, a saint who aids in cures and charms and healing and curing diseases. And so when you see a river flowing with water and you take water from that river and you use it in a spell to cure something or to help you, you are asking for help from the Long Man. And that's so cool. Another really interesting thing about water in the Appalachians is Stump Water or Spunk Water. It's real important to, the accent came back. Stump Water is really important to magic because it's used for a lot of different things. You can use it to wash your hair, to make your hair grow longer. You can use it in cleansing spells and rituals. Stump water is also called flown water or flying water. Flown water or flying water. And it's called that because it is water that has not yet touched the earth. It is still maintaining the divinity and the purity of the heavens because it has not touched the earth yet. And that's beautiful. And as far as deities go for mountain magic and down home magic and just southern conjurer and Appalachian backwoods witchcraft, we worship deities such as fertility, Mother Earth, Father Winter, Demeter, Chloe, Spider Grandmother is a very important one. My entire next episode is actually going to be about divination in spider webs and reading spider webs from Spider Grandmother. It's going to be a really beautiful episode, I think. I have a lot planned for it, and I'm very excited. So we worship a lot of really down-home deities. That's awesome. I don't really know where I was going with this episode of folk witchcraft and southern witchcraft, etc. I really wanted to share my culture with you guys and talk about it. And I promise you in the next episodes that are upcoming, it'll be more concise and I'll have a more specific subgenre for each episode. This one I just got so excited about telling you guys about my culture that I couldn't stop. So, I'm going to end this video with a traditional earth blessing. It's a beautiful mixture of Cherokee Indian and granny witches, and I just want to share it with you guys because it is so beautiful to me. So if you all want to bow your heads and pray with me. Adowe hai anehene ha do hai uayane alahai alikalu hai arali alaga asada na adawe hai anehene ha do heoyan yawenye alahai nalagu alua hai Unata ragil hanging in netted outsadu. And that was a traditional earth blessing from the Cherokee Indians, transcribed to my Appalachian ancestors and then back. So that's just some basics of granny magic for you guys. I really have a lot of great episodes, I promise, that are a lot more concise than this, that are a lot less scattered than this. I swear on my life, you're going to love them way more. I know this was all over the place. It's just that I got so excited, and episode 1 didn't have a specific theme, but I promise you that the rest of the episodes will. I've got a really great episode coming up on herbal correspondences in Hill Folk Magic. I have a really great episode coming on effective short incantations and spells. I have a wonderful episode coming on color correspondences. I have a really incredible episode coming on scrying in hill folk form, so I really hope you all watch that. And I also have a video coming up, oh my gosh, that I'm so excited to do, called The Parallels Between Hill Folk Magic, Granny Magic, and the movie Coraline. And you may think these two things are completely unrelated, but they're not. So I cannot wait to get into it. I'm so excited. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for over 100 subscribers. Thank you for just letting me be me. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode of this series, and I can't wait to talk to you guys more about everything. And thank you so much. I'm so humbled, and I love you guys. And if you've made it this far, you're freaking fantastic. Bye.